guys, welcome back. Sorry if got a little shaken. How are you guys all doing today? So today I'm going to show you how I prep my nails for either a tip, or you could do it, I use exactly the same prep, either or, for a tip, for gel, or for a press-on. Now only do this prep if you really want your press-ons to last, because it will definitely help them adhere. Yeah, so let's just get started. I'm just going to go ahead and push back my proximal nail fold on all of my nails to expose that dead cuticle. So we want to remove all that. Now I had press-ons on and I just took them off, and what I did prior to putting them on is I put a thin layer of gel, of hard gel underneath. Some of it I've like kind of picked off, which I don't recommend you do, but I'm just going to go ahead and all I will need to do to remove that is just whip over them. Okay, so now that I push back the proximal nail fold, I'm just going to go in with my drill. Now this bit here, I'm just going to fold it over the opposite side, and I do want to season that, and make sure you can use both ends of your sanding band. Like, why not wait? Like, don't waste. Use one for one hand and then flip it over, and you can use the exact same one just the other side for the other hand. I'm just going to whip over. I have this on very low. I just have this on 3, and you don't really need to go much more than that. Okay, now that I've gone through and I've whipped over, I've removed all of the other gel. You can see like a smidge, but if it's not coming up, you don't want to dig into my nail, that is perfectly fine. As long as there isn't no lifting, then it will not do you anything. So I'm just going to switch out my bit to my cuticle bit to remove any dead cuticle. And this is the Wilson cuticle bit. And I'm just going to whip over again. Oh, I did put my drill up to 5, guys. 3 was just a little too low. 5 was fine to whip over my natural nail. And that is a 180 sanding band. So again, let's go with the cuticle. I'm going to leave it at 5 as well. 5's pretty low. We're just going to go in there and remove any skin left on the nail. Dead skin. Okay, and I'm just going to spray with some alcohol. I kind of want to do that in the back motion. Get all the dust off. And now we are ready to go ahead and put on our tips that we have over here on the side. And once we put on the tips, then we will continue with the prep. But for now, we just got to get those tips on. Okay, now that we have all of our nails on, as even as we can get them, I'm just going to go in and do any shaping that I need to do now. And all that's going to be is not going to be much because these are pretty shaped nails. But I do want to go in and just make sure all my edges are flush. My sidewalls. So you just want to pull your skin back. Give it a good little file. Keep it straight. Even supporting your nail will help. So yeah, there was just a smidge. Again, I feel like this nail's up a little bit. Seems fine. You shouldn't have to do much to these sides. We should have already kind of got as close as we need them. Just in case. Okay, now we're just going to go in with our sanding band and we are going to kind of take some of this of the lip down a little. We want it a little bit more flush with our nail. Pretty low. I'm just going to keep it on 6. Go over our natural nail very lightly. Okay. Now we are going to dehydrate the nail. Hello. We're going to put a protein bond. This is actually Young Nails protein bond. I just put it in a different pot or container. Yeah, try not to get it in your cuticle though. That was a bad example. Okay. I like to do it twice, and then I just gonna use Young Nails base. I like their base. It's usually what I use when I'm putting on any nails. I don't really use the base in the pots. I'm just going to use this as an example because I have it right here. I don't like to use something like this on my nail when I'm putting an extension on or even a press-on on. I don't know what it is, but I really like just a thick, good base. So, I would adhere that with something like if you're doing a polish or something like that. I would definitely use like a base in a bottle. Or like that base particular that I just showed you. So a little goes a long way in this method. You want a pretty thin layer of base. Go back to that thumb. Okay, and just kind of, again, kind of work her in there. You don't got to bring it down the nail or anything like that, and then go in your lamp. Because Blue is out and he is just being troublesome today. Now this is not something you have to do on any of your nails. I just like to do that just to get like a good extra security. Clear will stick to your nails most, like, most is not the right word, but like clear is its purest form of gel. So I personally like just to give everything a thin layer, and that is like your glue. Especially if you're going to use color gel, pigment, anything. You don't want any staining of your nails, but what we're doing today, actually, I don't think anything would really stain my nails. Nice thin layer. Grab an orange wood stick. Oops. Just to make sure. Then stick that in the lamp for your full 60 seconds. Okay, so what I just have done, I just grabbed this Saviland's purple colored gel. And I just want a smidge. It's a pretty light purple. I want to get it to this color over here, so I'm just going to mix it in this little pot. That contains... Can you not do that, please? It contains this gel with this color and brand of gel polish. And that's all I'm gonna do. A little bit of gel, a little bit of gel polish, and we're just gonna mix it. Just want to make sure that I have enough for the 3 nails that I need. That should be plenty. Right. Then I also have a blue that we're going to be using as well. And all that consists of is this color blue and this color Saviland gel. It is just a little lighter than I wanted, so I just darkened it a little. And I don't see an issue with doing that. Okay. So what we're going to do is these 3 nails that I have, I have 2 of these. What else do I need here? Let's get that. So these 2 are going to be glitter, and then these 2 are going to be, I don't know, like a marble or something. So here all I'm doing is just taking the two color gels and just kind of putting them in little swirls up and around the nail in no particular order, just so they're not going to touch. I will end up kind of marbling them in a little bit, and you'll see that soon. Now I'm just going to take so again, if you feel like it's just a little too much of whatever color, either take some of it off. In my case, I think I'm just gonna like plop it. So really all I'm going to do is just kind of get it to where I like it. I do remove some, I put some more back on. I do want it to see both colors, and I will go ahead and do that on two of my other nails. And then we will move on to filling in the little areas with a milky white. So now that I've grabbed my Venalisa Milky White, it's A02. I am going to take this and I am going to put a thin layer, medium layer I would say, not too thin, over the three nails, and then I will give that a cure. Now this is not building up my structure or anything like that. I will go over it again and seal everything in with a clear, but I do want this to fill in any of the little clear gaps where you see the nail underneath. So you're just gonna get like this beautiful, hopefully marble look. Now that I've gotten those three nails all done, I've fully cured them and just wiped off the sticky layer because I'm gonna move on to the two glitter nails. Now all I've done is went over the whole nail with a milky white, a very thin layer of milky white, as you can see. Cure that, left the tacky layer on. The tacky layer is going to be kind of like my little glue that will help these little dot glitters stick on my nail. And then I just go in no real order. I do want to get a little bit of all the colors. This glitter is what gave me the inspiration for my nails. So I definitely want to see all the colors in there. I want to get the blues and the purple, the white, and even a touch of the golds in there. So I meticulously do kind of put them in place, but you definitely want to have them full coverage, full glitter nails. And then we will go over and encapsulate them in a clear. So here, as I'm encapsulating the nail, you're going to want to make sure that you get it fully over your whole nail, build up your apex, because this will be it. Yes, we can always go back in if we need to, but this will be the whole structure of the nail, and we will be going in to file that down. So we do want to make sure we have a decent enough layer between the glitter and our gel, so when we do file, we won't remove any of the glitters. Alrighty, now that we have our nails all done, we're going to go into our filing. I prefer to use a hand file at first and get my shape kind of where I want it to be, and then I will go in with my e-file to take down some of the bulk. Okay, now that I have my e-file out, I am just going to go in, take down the bulk, make sure that my shape is good and that we don't have a chunky nail. Now I'm using a round barrel bit. It is a medium grit. I do find with gel, it's a very soft material. You don't need coarse grit bits. I just find medium works perfectly fine. If you're using acrylic, definitely a coarser bit would work better for you. But for me, I usually just use medium or fine grits. So this is a medium, and I'm just going by and I'm really meticulously trying to keep my shape. I find with Russian almond the shape can be tricky to lose it, so you just, I don't know, it's hard to explain like this. If it's something you guys want me to go over and explain a little bit more, I could definitely do this on like a practice hand and get a little bit more in depth with this shape. So let me know if you guys are interested in something like that in the comments below. So I'm just going to go on and take off the bulk here, and that's about it. Alright guys, now that I've done all of the filing, I'm just going to go give my hands a good thorough wash, and then we will continue with any little extra design elements. I like it though, the shape came out good. It's a shape that needs attention, that's for sure. It's not just like, I don't know, I find this is a harder, not harder, but like it's, you have to give it its attention that it needs to keep the shape of a Russian almond for it to look sexy. Yeah, so let's go wash up. Gonna clean up the dusty mess and then we'll be right back. So guys, I'm all washed up. As you see here, my right hand is completely done. Whatever reason, I did my right hand first. I usually do my right hand first. I like to get my harder hand out of the way. I know a lot of people do the opposite. But so anyways, here we're just going to go. I'm just going to put a little bit of foil gel on these nails in no real order. I'm just going to do a little bit of swirly lines. We're going to give that a cure, and then I'm going to go over it with some foils. And I'm using the Vanillisa foil gel, which I think works really, really good. I'm not the best at foils, but this foil method, anybody can do it. It's just put it down and stick it to. So I've gotten a gold foil, and I'm just going to kind of tap it in the areas where I've already put the gel, and that's where it will stick. So it just gives it that little bit of oomph, because remember we have a little bit of gold in those glitters that we did the encapsulation on. So cute. I just love how it just gives it like a smidge of pizzazz. I love that little foil effect. So I'm just going to go in and give all of my nails a top coat because we are done with that step. And I'm just using the Vanillisa top coat. I think it's the regular one. It might be tempered. I'm not quite sure. Both top coats are great though. I do have both and I recommend both. So I'm going to go over top coat all of my nails and give that a full cure. Alright, now that I have the bling that I'm going to use on this hand, I do want to show you guys these bling here though. I got these from Ali, and there is a smidge of it. It's kind of up a little bit, and from now looking back, these were very annoying, and I'll get into that in a second. But I do recommend that you go around it maybe with a little bit of glue, just so you're not, it's a catching hazard, and that's what it is. It's just going to catch on everything, so it does help. Now we're going to use the IBD solid glue, and I'm just going to use that for all of my bling, and I do go ahead and give it a quick little buff. I'm just doing it more on the side off camera there because I already have my glue open and I don't want to get dust in that. So I'm just going to go put a little bit on each of my hands, or each of my nails, sorry, and then we will put the little bling, or the big bling, on top of them. So yes, I do find now looking back, I don't know, I love these nails. They're so amazing, but boy did they get caught on everything. Especially, well, I'd have to say the hearts, I did end up having to seal them. I don't do it in this video, I actually did it a few days after. But I did have to seal them, the edges on them. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick all of them on my nails right now. I know you're probably like, wow, that's a lot. But because of this glue, the way it holds, you can do that and work with it that way. You don't have to do it that way. It can be a little nerve-wracking. But yeah, so I'm just going to go on, put them in where they need to be. Make sure that I go under them and in all the edges. As you see, I don't want to see any of the glue. So I always push my glue in and make sure that I have enough and make sure that they are even with my opposite hand. So I do that before I go cure. Now, don't cure one at a time because you literally will cure everything. Remember, we have them all on there. So you do have to kind of work with everything at once. If you do this way, you do not have to do this way. You can do one at a time by any means. So these hearts, I recommend if you're using them, go around the small bling on the outside of these hearts with a top coat. I never recommend going over your bling with a top coat. I find it just diminishes the look. But with these, they will get caught because they have the little clamps on them. They will get caught, your diamonds will fall out of them, and it's a pain in the butt. And we don't want to have them on for a day and then they're just going to fall off or fall out, these small diamonds. Do not go over the big one. Leave the big heart in the middle alone. Do not touch that one, but do go around the little hearts, and it does help seal it in. They won't fall out that way. And to be honest, it doesn't even look that bad. You can't even tell. It's okay, I guess, in this scenario. But that's it. Then I put it in the lamp and I go back and add any more to where I don't want any lips. I do like to go in and make sure all my bling is fully sealed. None of these popped off. I had to take them all off. So like I said, I do go around and just make sure that they're fully sealed, and the more that they're sealed, the less they will get caught on things, which also helps when you're wearing very extra large bling. So as you see here, guys, I just go in and move it. I am putting some of the gel glue underneath this one because these are very catch hazardous. So I do go in and try to fill all these little nooks and crannies, and it does help with them not getting caught on things. And it's just our everyday things. Even when you're just brushing your hair, they can get annoying. And I'm here to tell you the truth. Like I said, with the heart ones, I recommend sealing them in. Just not the big one. Do not go over that big one. It will look terrible. But all the little ones around it, you can seal that in with a top coat. As I was saying, you can't even tell, which I liked. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't even recommend it. I'd say good luck with them then. But they will fall off, the little diamonds, and they just get caught on everything. So definitely go around the small ones and seal them in. It does help. And then these extra large ones, again, I don't know, like, they scraped me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're really pretty. I just think some of them, the quality, some of the little diamonds in them were elevated a little bit, so I think that's kind of the reason. But if you just seal around that a little bit with a softer glue, then they work fine. They're fine for that. Now the little one on my pinky, that I love these little clusters. I didn't have enough of these to go around all my nails. I could have been multiple different ones, but I really just wanted to try like the big bodies. The little one, like I said, on my pinky, perfectly fine, never got caught on anything. Those ones work great. I think that was a long time Amazon find ago though, so. But I will have all the links to all the big blings so you can go check them out. They're all from Ali. I might not be able to find the Amazon one, but I'll try to find something similar for you guys. But I hope you guys liked this video. It was definitely fun, and I love these nails. They're eye-catching, and I did love them. They're so pretty. I just, like I said, a couple little things. If you seal them in, they will last. None of them fell off. And beautiful. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!